Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be teaching how to find the acceleration of an equation from f of x. So this is going to be a really short video because it's a very simple concept to understand. You just need to know that when you are given an equation, the first derivative will be the velocity, and then the second derivative of it will be the equation for acceleration. So I'll show you guys the first example. Okay, guys. So this question has two parts, and in the part A, they're saying to find the equation for acceleration when, and then they gave us the equation, and B, when is the acceleration positive and negative? So to do the first part, we're going to first take the first derivative. And when we take the first derivative, that will give us the equation for the velocity. And then after we get the velocity equation, we take the derivative again to get the equation for acceleration. I'll write it down. Okay, guys, so the first part was very straightforward. All I did was take the derivative of the original equation. And when you do that, you use the power rule and then you multiply with whatever the coefficient is. And you get the first derivative, which is equal to the velocity. So you get this for the velocity formula. Now what you will do is you'll take the derivative again, except you'll use this formula to take the derivative of it. So I'll rewrite this so I can explain it. So here I used the velocity formula, which is essentially the first derivative, and then I took the derivative again of this, used the power rules and everything, and multiplied the coefficients, and the second derivative gave us our acceleration formula equation. So we have our acceleration equation, and we found part A of the question. Now part B is asking, when is the acceleration positive and negative? So we'll start on that part. Okay, so the way you want to go about part B of the question is you want to take the factor, you want to factorize this equation by making this acceleration equal to 0, and then you'll factor it normally. And the factors, the two factors that you get, you will put it on a number line and you'll check the intervals where the acceleration is positive and negative. So I'll write the factoring part out so it's easier to understand. Okay, guys, so here I factorized this equation. The first thing I did was you can notice that you can take a common 12 out of each term. So divide each term by 12 and you can take one out. And the remaining equation left to factor is really simple. This is Math 20 factoring, so I don't think I have to explain much. So when you factor it, you get t minus 5 and t minus 1. So the two factors that you end up getting is t equals 5 and t equals 1. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put this on a number line and you're going to use the intervals to check if where the acceleration is positive and negative. So I'll write it out. Okay, guys, so when we found the factors where t equals 1 and t equals 5, you're going to take three intervals and take test points and plug them back into the equation of acceleration. And if those values turn out to be positive or negative, that means that interval is positive and negative. So the first interval, t less than 1, which is this interval. The second interval is t less than 5 but greater than 1, which is the second interval right here. And the third interval, where t is greater than 5, is right here, and it's the third interval. So we're going to be taking values in between each interval. So here I've chosen 0, here I've chosen 3, and here I've chosen 6. So what you're going to do is take 0 and plug it into this equation. Take 3, plug it in here, and take 6 and plug it in here. I'll write down the values so that you guys can understand it. Okay, guys, so this part is actually really simple. All you had to do is just plug those values into wherever t is and get the final answer. So for when I plugged 0 into t, I got positive 60. That means the first interval is positive, which I'll write out. Okay, now I plugged in t equals 3, and I got negative 48. That means the middle interval is negative. Okay, and I did that with 6 also. I plugged into wherever I find t, and I got t equals positive 60. That means the last interval is also positive. So basically, we just answered part B. You got all of the intervals where the acceleration is positive and negative. So you can just rephrase it and say the acceleration is positive when t is less than 1. the acceleration is negative when t is less than 0 but greater than 1, and the acceleration is positive again when t is greater than 5. So that's the whole question solved. Okay guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you guys understand how to find the acceleration and the positive and negative intervals. It's pretty easy, but it comes with practice. So the more that you practice, the easier it will be to find the intervals. So that's all for today. See you guys next time. Bye.